Hello to all my virtual friends. Once again, you are most welcome to my not so big channel. Thank you all for joining. Last time, I got the rear frame roughly in line with the tank, but I think the length of the frame was too long. So today, the plan would be to make the rear frame shorter and then spot weld the rear loop and the frame together. Before splicing and shortening the pipes, I spot welded a transverse support between the shock absorber towers. I don't know if it will be of any use in the end, but at least it interferes and distracts when you don't put it in level. When the support is in place, I start by cutting through the frame tubes above the shock absorber. Idea is to get the new rear loop in place and closer to the original horizontal tubes that are coming from under the tank. By the way, noob mistake to leave your camera behind the spark burst. But it looks cool, does it? After this, I try to adjust for the first time, out of many times, the rear loop in place. However, I notice that the horizontal pipes are relatively too low, so a bit of violent fine hammer action and a pipe jerking will help with that. After this, we perform a millimeter accurate measurement, which I use to make sure that the frame pipes are at the right height. The right side is a little lower than the left, so a meter-long pipe is selected from the fine-tuning tools and an additional fine-tuning hammer helps in straightening. After this, test fitting number 2 is done using the fitting sleeves. To get loop in place it must be helped with the straps. I can get the horizontal pipes a little closer to each other with the straps. Now the length looks pretty good to my own eye, but the tank line is a bit slanted upwards compared to the tank, so the next step is to slice the frame more. I remove the rest of the frame tubes from the top of the shock absorber and shape the frame tubes so that the rear link fits better. Then, when the rear link fits the frame better, I shorten the horizontal tubes to the same length so that I can remove the corner cut from them. During the test fitting, I noticed that one of the pipes is a little longer, so it needs to be shortened before the parts can be tack welded together. Before the welding, I also decided to clean all the old welding burrs and other scraps left from cutting the frame. Then again, the parts are adjusted in place with a fine-tuning hammer. And after this, we check how skewed everything is, and surprise surprise, the changes are straight. Pretty good when you consider the person who did the work. Then it's time to spot weld the pieces together and make an assessment of the results of the work. In my opinion, the shortening is a significant improvement on the first stage, and brings the much needed aggressive look. Photo angle between pictures is a bit different, so don't let it fool you about the stance. Next thing in the list is, to redo tank support clamps and start fabricating rear hoop and seat pan mold for fiberglass job. I have also planned to test out my metal work skills and try to do hoop for metal too. Hop in the next episode, to see how I did with the tasks, or take a look what we have done before.